Hello everyone, and welcome to another Bottled Sky devlog. In October's video, I showed off some unfinished music I wrote for the game and talked about my process for how I wrote it. The music is supposed to play while casually exploring space and gathering materials, and my main critique for the music was that it was too energetic for what I expect the gameplay to look like. This month, I made another attempt at writing some music to be more fit for that purpose. I didn't just write music though. I took some time to solve a problem that a game like this was eventually going to run into. Computers have limited resources, so you can't truly have infinite content. In the game, you can fly in one direction as far as you'd like. There are no physical bounds to stop you, but the further you travel, the more likely you are going to encounter a problem related to floating point precision. I won't go into the technical details of how this works, but if you're interested, then click the annotation to watch another video that explains this issue pretty well. The solution I'm using for this is origin shifting. The origin is a point in the game's world that is considered the center, and many systems such as physics and rendering use that as a reference point. When you move too far away from the origin, then objects start jittering, including the shuttle you play as, which makes it pretty much unplayable. The goal of origin shifting is to keep the player close to the origin and instead move the world around the player. After the player travels enough distance away from the origin, I teleport the player back to the origin and move all other world objects by the same amount. If this is all done within one frame, then the transition should be seamless. Objects that are far away might still be jittering, but this is a top-down 2D game, so you'll never see that. Here's a clip of me shifting the world every frame. Realistically, you would only need to do this after traveling several thousand meters, which takes several minutes of traveling in a straight line. It didn't take long to make the core functionality of this feature, but it didn't play nice with some other systems, so it took much longer just to smooth out the bugs that arose from this, but everything looks stable now. Unfortunately, I don't have much else to show off visually yet, but more stuff is coming next month. Now onto the music I wrote this month. This is a completely different piece of music than what I showed off last month. I still used my motif library for some initial inspiration, but I started by writing up a plan in sheet music with just a piano. Here is that plan. Once I had a simple structure that I was happy with, I was ready to remake this into something more polished. I'm still going with orchestral music because that's easier for me, but later in development, if I find that the music clashes with the rest of the game's identity and I have time, then I'll remake it again. The structure I'm using is very typical for game music. It has two distinct sections and is designed to loop. There are some structural changes I made to the finished remake, but it mainly still fits that rule. Here it is. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It's still a bit energetic, but the gameplay is likely going to end up matching this later in development anyway. So I'm considering this piece of music finished. Click the thumbs up and subscribe if you enjoy these devlog videos. Let me know in the comments what you think of Bottled Sky. Thanks for watching, that's all for now, and I'll see you later.